For me, as a drummer, like, it's so important to be picky because it's a feeling thing. If you're trying to achieve a certain sound in an era, you gotta fight for that. No one knows your sound better than you do. You know how your drum should sound like. My name is Bianca Richardson. I am a drummer / producer. My style is multiple things. It's just a mesh of what I'm inspired with. My setup is a bit different. I like to have like a hybrid and acoustic kind of situation because I like to experiment with different sounds. There's certain tones I can't really replicate acoustically. So what I like to do is use the SPD SX as a MIDI controller. I like to control all the sounds coming from Ableton. I like having a thinner snare so I can have more variety. And if I just want more of a snappier sound, this bad boy right here. This is actually called the Versa Stack and it's a 16-inch. It's actually not a cymbal brand. It's this guy, his name is Timothy Roberto. He makes really dope clap stacks and stuff. And when I heard it, I was like, man, I definitely gotta get one of these. So, sounds amazing. Now my hi-hat, it's a Giant Beat 16-inch and it's by Paiste. Mostly what I like to do is like hit the full body of my stick on the hi-hat. Now here's the star of the show, this snare drum. I don't really care for a specific brand. It's more about the tone for me. I mean, the brand name is on it. It's a Thomas snare. It's from the 80s and it actually has a muffle inside the drum. It's a 14x7 and just how the look of it, it's definitely an older drum, but it gives the tone that I'm looking for, like the nice short smack that I'm looking for. Amazing. What got me into electronic and the hybrid drumming in the first place was my first tour with Diana Gordon. She's written songs with Beyonce and like a whole bunch of different people. It's crazy. She did a tour opening up for Brent Faiyaz, and that was my tour where I didn't play no acoustic drums. I knew nothing about electronics. And that tour really just opened my world to just like learning about hybrid drumming, and I really feel like that gig shaped me to what I am today. This song wouldn't have made it on the record, and I'm not saying this because this is a Moises video, but Moises really saved me. The DAW that I was using wasn't letting me print out my tracks. I have no drums, like what am I gonna do? So then I remembered that I had printed out a demo of my mixed drums, but it was only one track. I was like, I'm about to put this thing in Moises and have it split it. And it actually worked, it was crazy. It splitted the percussion, the hi-hat, the kick, snare, everything. I sent it to the mixer and now the song's out. I just put out a song with my friend. His name is Isaac Escamilla, and we put out a song together named Gyra. And I remember when I was finishing my drum part, I was getting too nitpicky where it started to sound like kind of worse. So for me, when I know when something is finished is if I feel it. So when it comes to my creative process, I like to think, how can I respect the song? What can I do to help serve the song? When I'm tracking the drums, I like to start off with the main groove first, and then I record the percussion. After that, I listen to it, I make sure like if it's sitting tight, if the groove is feeling like where it needs to be. It takes time to find happy mistakes and, you know, really cool things. You just have to sit there and just mess with things. I would say what my secret is when I'm incorporating hybrid hybrid and like acoustic is layering things to make my snare sound bigger. Sometimes I'll even add a trigger on my snare to layer that sound, or maybe to add some reverb. I really like how like the snare is locking with the original track, because I left the perks with the original track. So it could give more oomph to it. I like to keep a certain balance because I want people to still feel the drums. There's nothing like acoustic feelings. This song, I used a lot of layers, probably 3 to 5 different snare layers. There's no rule of how many snares you can use. You can use 10 million snares whenever you want to. Just with hearing it now, and I think it sounds great. I think it adds a lot of body and it gives more of a live feel. I play a lot of church music. Playing in church has helped me a lot with playing different gigs and different styles and stuff. What inspired me to start making music, it was me hearing the drum line in middle school. When I heard the marching band, I knew that was like something I wanted to do. So I went to Musicians Institute. Going there was life-changing for me. It gave me the time to practice and to catch up and to really focus on my instrument. I remember Marcus Miller, he's a legendary bass player. He came to Musicians Institute and I was standing in line waiting for them to open the door so I could get my seat. And I remember looking at him saying to myself, like, I'm gonna play with him. I remember there was a moment where Marcus Miller says, does anyone else wanna hop on the drums? And I was just like, I'll play, you know? It was amazing. Like, we were jamming on stage and stuff. And probably like 2 days after, I got a message on Facebook saying, hey, are you free to do a gig for the Playboy Jazz Festival? So that was my first real big gig. It was incredible because we headlined that night. One cool experience that taught me so much is having the opportunity to play with Willow Smith. She doesn't like using tracks, Ableton, or anything like that. She likes to be free, rock and roll, click free, all of that. I feel like it was just a different dynamic because we had to rely on each other for time. I feel like that experience really helped shape me to become very strong in my playing and to build my leadership skills in playing. A drummer can make and break the band. And it goes back to like meaning what you say. If you're not a crazy chop drummer and you're just, cool with doing 2 and 4, mean what you say. Really follow what you feel and really trust your gut because people are gonna really resonate with that. I truly believe music is a different language. That's why people feel it. That's why people say, look, I feel something with this song.